Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me once again today, and welcome back to Battle Brothers. I'm rolling right into the next episode here because I'm having a lot of fun. I haven't played this game in a little while, and I really do enjoy playing it. Now I've never played this game as much as some other people have. I've probably, I don't know, 150 hours in the game, something like that. I've never seen a whole lot of the very late game content, but I know enough to be doing some good things here. So it's time to talk about something that I haven't really talked about before now, which is builds. Battle Brothers is a game all about builds. It is huge. Builds are incredibly important. And these things, these stats down here, and the little stars you see, the little talents, have a lot to do with it, as well as the perk system. So first, skills and talents. A real brief overview. Skills are randomly generated. You start with small amounts of these skills, relatively higher amounts of these skills, lots of fatigue, lots of initiative. Initiative ranges around 100 usually, or a little bit higher. Fatigue, when you're naked, let's take off everything here, because it all lowers fatigue. If we take everything off here, fatigue also starts around 100, typically. Now, fatigue, of course, governs how much you can do. Everything you do uses some fatigue. And melee skill, range skill, govern how well you do it. Melee defense and range defense govern how well you avoid it being done unto you. The stars, when you level up, your level ups are random, okay? And this is one of the key things to understand about building Battle Brothers characters. Your level ups are random, uncontrollable. You don't know exactly what's going to happen when you level a character up. But the stars give you they give you higher values, but also more predictability. So, with melee skill, for example, all these skills, hit points, fatigue, resolve, initiative, melee skill, range skill, melee defense, and range defense. They all have a chance to level up every time you have a level. I just did these levels last turn. I should have talked about this last video and I didn't think about it and talk about it in more detail, rather. And when you level up, they all increase by a random amount. For these ones over here, it's 1 to 3. I think range skill is actually 2 to 4. So 1 to 3, 2 to 4, 1 to 3, 1 to 3. I think this is also 2 to 4, 2 to 4, 2 to 4 here. Something else over here is 1 to 3. I forget exactly what. But the important thing is, the stars raise your minimums and maximums. So 1 star raises your minimum roll by 1. 2 stars raises your minimum roll by 2. 3 stars additionally raises your maximum by 1. So, for example, melee skill. Normally it's a 1 to 3 roll. If you have 1 star, it's 2 or 3. If you have 2 stars, you are guaranteed 3 melee skill every level up. And if you have 3 stars, it's either 3 or 4. In terms of value, then, the best is actually to have 2 stars in something. Because if you have 2 stars in something, and then the star you would have had third there somewhere else, that gives you more overall value because it's raising all your minimums, instead of raising a maximum that might not come into play. Given that, you can predict with a lot of accuracy what people are going to be like when they hit the end of the road within a certain range. So for example, Perun here. Perun has 2 stars in melee skill. Therefore, if I level up his melee skill every level, and he has until he hits level 11, which is where you stop getting perk points and random rolls. At level 11, Perun would have, he's level 2 now, so 9 more levels. He would have 27 more melee skill for a total of 89. That's pretty good. 89 melee skill will reliably hit most things. Now, of course, he'll only get there if he doesn't die, which he came pretty close. He came pretty close, and he's been maimed forever. So that has to be taken into consideration. But if he gets up to that high level, he'll hit very reliably. If with Aziral with 2 stars in health, if I keep leveling up his health, by the time he gets to level 11, he'll have, about 80 health? And that's if I don't give him Colossus, which can be a decent perk in some circumstances. We'll talk about perks in just a second. So, you use this basically to determine, this in combination with their starting stats, to determine who to level up in what way. So, for example, looking through here, Phoenix here, or Phonix, I'm going to call you Phonix. We're hooked on Phonix over here. Phonix is definitely looking like a tank character to me. He's got 2 stars in melee defense, so his melee defense is quite high, if we keep leveling that up. He's got a star in fatigue and a star in resolve. Those will both help keep him active and stable in the face of adversity. And he's loyal and impatient, so he can act quickly and put himself in the way of attacks before they actually start coming in. However, His melee skill is not good, and neither is his ranged skill, and he doesn't have any stars in either of them, so he's never going to deal a whole lot of damage. That being said, we're going to level Phonics with a focus on melee defense, a focus on fatigue and resolve, and once we get up to an acceptable level of resolve, we're also going to focus on health. Knowing what role Phonics is going to play guides us in how we build his perks as well. We're just going to call him Tank here. We'll give him, actually, we'll call him the Stalwart, because that'll tell me what role he's playing so I can remember it and not forget when I'm assigning perks. In terms of perks then, what he wants are perks that help keep him active in the front line, which is where he's going to be all the time, and perks that make him tougher. So he's going to want possibly Colossus later on. He's definitely going to want Shield Expert and Brawny. Everyone wants Brawny. He's going to want Battle Forged, because that will reduce the damage that he takes. He's going to want Underdog, like everybody else does, because that will make him take less of a defense penalty for being attacked multiple times. There's a variety of skills that he's going to want to focus on that are mainly defensive in nature. As opposed to someone like Perun. Perun wants some of those as well. Perun also wants Brawny. Perun also wants Battle Forged. But Perun's not going to take Shield Expert, because he's not going to be focusing on that. Perun is instead probably going to take a Weapon Mastery, potentially Axe Mastery, or Sword Mastery if he uses a two-handed sword later in the game. He's going to take attacks that help him move into, or perks rather, that help him move into position and deal damage. He might take Gifted to get another selection of that melee skill right there. He might take Killing Frenzy, or Berserk, or Headhunter, or all of those, who knows. He's going to be focusing more on doing damage, and he's going to rely basically on having heavy armor for his defense and good positioning. Whereas Phonics will be standing in the front line just casually soaking up all kinds of attacks, because his melee defense, when he hits max level, is going to be like a lot. It's 6 right now. It's going up by 3 per round, if I recall correctly. So, yeah, it's going to be... He's going to get 9 more, 27. It's going to be above 30 before he takes his shield out. And then we also have, of course, Shield Wall. Shield Expert will increase the bonus by 25%, so he'll get another 3 or 4 points from that. And his shield damage will be reduced. He'll end up with quite a bit of defense. Dirk. This guy, likewise. Dirk has 3 stars in melee defense, and a star in melee skill, and a star in fatigue. That's fantastic. Now, his starting melee skill is not super impressive, but it's good enough. It's good enough to be going on with. And so he is definitely also going to be a frontliner, although he will need some points in resolve, because it's only 38. So, in terms of perks, there are a few perks that I think are really, really valuable for most people. Student. Student is actually kind of a gamble, because what Student does effectively is it backloads your power. Basically, when you take Student, you're putting a perk point in your pocket, and you're only pulling it out when you get to level 11. And in the meantime, you get 20% extra experience, so you level up faster. So you get there quicker, but you don't have it until you get there. Taking Student then is basically gambling with the game that your character is going to live to reach level 11. If you have a character that you don't think is going to live to reach level 11, Manfred might not. Manfred does not have great stats, although he does have decent defense. He does have good defensive stars, but beyond that, his resolve is garbage because he's faint-hearted. He is a survivor, so he actually might live, but he's not super impressive, shall we say. So I'm not going to worry too much about his build, what it's going to look like in the late game. So I might not take Student on Manfred. But on Dirk, I'm going to take Student pretty early on. I think you really ought to take it level 2 or level 3 if you're going to take it at all. And I'm going to level him into being a tank, like Phonics here. And we'll see what goes on. So yeah, Student, like I said, backloads power. It lets you level faster, but you're putting one of your perks away and you don't get it until you hit the cap, the soft cap. You can still level after 11, but they don't give you perks and they only give you 1 point in one of 3 skills as opposed to a random higher value. I still think it's worth it. The faster leveling is definitely worth it. It can be annoying when characters die before they hit level 11, which they will. Pathfinder. I really like Pathfinder. Some people really don't like Pathfinder. I find the extra flexibility it gives you is quite valuable. Basically, Pathfinder makes most terrain like plains, like flat ground for the purpose of moving across it, including hills, and it makes the worst terrain like kind of moderately bad terrain. It also cuts the fatigue cost of moving, which can be very valuable. I mean, it saves you fatigue, it lets you fight more when you get to the front line. That said, it's not vital for people who are just going to be standing in the front line sucking up hits, necessarily. So, for example, for Phonics, I might not take Pathfinder on Phonics. I might not take Pathfinder on this guy. I probably will, I almost certainly will take Pathfinder on my archers, because it helps them reposition more quickly. I'll usually take Pathfinder on any character that's not standing in the front line with a shield. I'll take Pathfinder on my two-handers, because it lets them scoot around slightly faster to get to a good position where they can use that two-handed weapon. Other perks that are good on the first line, bags and belts can be good, although I don't tend to build characters to use it. Colossus, situational, but can be good. If you have a character who's going to tank in the front line, like Phonics and Dirk, because every weapon does ignore armor to some degree, when they take hits, some damage goes to health, and having more health can help. So I might take Colossus on people that like these guys that I'm building to stand in the front line and suck up damage. Beyond these, Crippling Strikes, Fast Adaptation, 9 lives, Adrenaline. Adrenaline can be situationally useful, but I tend not to have room for it. Recover can be good. Recover, as you can see, Recover I take sometimes. Later on, there are a few perks that stand out. I'll talk about perks more as we move along. I may do a full video on this stuff. I just kind of wanted to get some of this out of the way here. I know it's been about 10 minutes already. Ugh. It's a complicated situation, but Gifted can be really good. Gives you a free max rolls level up if you need that. Steel Brow can be really good, helps protect your head. Bullseye is vital for archers. Archers need Bullseye, they all have to have it. Dodge? Not really. Battle Brothers really helps you out if you take the heaviest armor possible, and Dodge, you don't want to have the heaviest armor possible, so it really doesn't have very good synergy. Shield Expert, fantastic for frontline fighters. Brawny, vital for everyone, gives you just free extra fatigue. Backstabber, good for frontline fighters, like most of them. Rally, you want 1 or 2 people with this, but not more. Rotation and Footwork, you want 1 of these on most characters, because it lets you control who gets attacked, which is incredibly important in order to avoid people dying. Taunt, good on tanks. People like these two will probably take Taunt, but people like Perun will not, because they don't want to be attacked. Weapon Masteries, they're all pretty good, and they've all been buffed in this last patch, actually. So, or most of them have. Like, Axe Mastery is pretty good, better than it used to be. Cleaver Mastery is good. Bleed damage doubled, that's really good. Cleavers make people bleed when they hit them, and they just take damage over time for a couple of turns. And if you double that damage, that can be very important. Riposte no longer has a penalty to hit chance. That actually makes swords a lot better. And Dagger Mastery lets you dagger. All these have some special ability, plus they reduce fatigue cost, so they're all good. Underdog, great for everybody. Like I said, Footwork, you want if you're not taking rotation. Generally speaking, rotation is good on frontliners. Footwork is good on, like, archers and flankers. Because it just lets you step back and then use something. Where did Fast Hands go? Rotation, Taunt. Am I losing my mind? There it is, Quick Hands. Quick Hands is also great for flankers, people who are kind of operating a little bit alone and using multiple weapons, because it lets you swap something out of your bag without taking any action points, when normally it would take 4. So if you have Footwork, for example, and on an archer who's also carrying like a polearm, you can step back with Footwork, swap from your bow to your polearm when you're attacked, and then hit someone at a range of 2 squares in order to damage them without being directly adjacent, so you force them to step in again if they want to attack you. That kind of thing can be very effective. Berserk, really good for frontline fighters, especially people with very high hit chance. Headhunter, likewise. Battleforged, pretty much everyone has to take. It's just a straight up free damage reduction. And then these high level ones, honestly, less valuable than these, I think, most of the time. Killing Frenzy, increasing your damage, is really good on characters with obviously high kill rates. Berserk and Killing Frenzy synergize very well. Duelist, likewise. Duelist, Killing Frenzy, and Berserk is a late-game wombo combo that makes your guy incredibly deadly, but saving up 3 perk points until that late time means you have to be kind of careful what you're spending up here. Indomitable? Yeah. Anyway, the perks that I consider really vitally important and that you'll see a lot. Underdog, Battleforged, Shield Expert, Brawny, Student, and Bullseye. You'll see that Bullseye. Oh, and Backstabber. Definitely Backstabber. Definitely Underdog. Definitely Battleforged. And definitely Brawny. Those 4 will be on nearly everybody. In any case, let's get back to it. We don't have a mission right now. We have a goal to have a roster of at least 12 men, but we don't have much doing. So let's head. Let me see. That's kind of a long trip. We'll be short on tools and supplies by the time we get anywhere. Let's head down to Urlach and see if there's anything fun down there. I don't want to go after that undead camp because it is way too strong for us right now. We would get absolutely massacred by a necromancer and a ton of zombies. But down in Urlach, we should be able to, maybe we can find something cool. They've got a winery, a beekeeper, and a mission. Okay, guarding a caravan. 140. Paid per head we arrive with. 10 crowns in advance, 2 crowns per head. That's interesting. I had not seen that option before. So 10, 120. Okay, 1, so 30, 160. Yeah, I'll accept your offer. So, Weidenbach about a day to... Oh, we're going back north. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, let's go back north. Why not? Anybody down here? A brawler. He costs all our money, though. Do I have anything that I could sell easily to get him? Not really, and I don't have a whole lot of gear either. Yeah, let's hold off on it for now. We'll stick with the 10 men we've got. So, when you take a caravan mission like this, you just travel with the caravan, and it's going to move up. Manfred the Lucky Rat Catcher. Okay, Phonics, please stop trying to sell other members of the company rats. They don't, no, please don't do that. Oh, Lord. Okay, so, yep, we technically made money on that. And Weidenbach is now well supplied. Do they have any missions? They're well supplied, so they can sell things cheaper, I guess, and have more gear. I don't need anything they have. Alright, let's head south again, shall we? I know we just came up this way, but let's just head south and see what we can do. That's a caravan. Now, of note, you can actually attack neutral parties on the roads by holding down control. So if I wanted to, I could attack this trading caravan and loot it. However, that would make the town that it came from massively unfriendly to us. Same thing for enemy mercenaries. You can attack them. This place has been raided. So like this Lost Legion right there could attack them. However, they're much higher tier than us and would kick the crap out of us at the moment. So we're not going to do that. We're going to go over to Zonmark and see if we can get some jobs. That looks like a noble supply caravan. Yep. Hello, Zonmark. Do you have anything for us? A draught. Less food available and prices are higher. This is a big city. Lots of good stuff going on here. Armorer. This will be vital. Armorers sell high-level, mid and late tier armor, and occasionally, if you get a place like this well supplied, they ooh. This is part of the new crafting system. We saw the paint before. If the town is well supplied, occasionally they spawn legendary gear for a very high price. Like this lamellar harness, that's a mid to late game armor, 230 durability. Same with the reinforced mail hauberks. This is interesting. So we can attach this to a piece of armor that we already own to increase its durability by 10. That's really neat. That's part of the new update system. Fantastic. Okay, venture that way. Try to find the Crypt of the Elders somewhere around Southwatch. 300 crowns, paid more. Okay, 300 crowns. Not far to the northeast. Okay, let's do it. We're about out of tools, but we don't have any cash either. So, Herbalist's Grove. Ooh, an Herbalist's Grove up here. So, northeast. Let's head up here and see if we can find the Crypt of the Elder. Oh, there it is. Well, that was easy. And I have no idea what's there, but it's undead. Don't want to fight undead right now. Okay, 300 more crowns. Let's see if we can hire a new guy. You are a minstrel. I don't care about you. You are a peddler. And you are a retired soldier. Retired soldiers are good, but they tend to have lower physical stats. Militia are good. A beast slayer. Ooh, that would be super nice. A good archer character would be great, but way too expensive for us. Let's hire Ulfert. Hey, Ulfert, what are you? You're a pessimist. You suck. Why did I... Okay, fine. Have an axe and a... Actually... Have a spear and a net. Manfred can have the axe. Okay, what's your 2-skull mission? Caravan escorted 2 days from here. What does it pay? Paid more? Okay, that's fine. We're going to take another caravan contract. Caravan contracts can sometimes land you into deep, deep trouble because you can't move away from the caravan, but they're decent money for no risk, and you get fed while you're doing it, so you don't have to use provisions. Also, you can still go into towns that you pass through, which is kind of neat. You just pause while you're on the town, and then you can interact with it. But for the nonce, we're just gonna troll around. They'll take us up to Grofesta, and we'll see what's up there. I'm gonna cut this, actually. Give me just a moment to get there. Alright, we've reached Grolfesta. Crown's well-deserved. Excellent, let's go into town. Also, I dismissed this guy immediately upon looking at him. Well, let me check. Yeah, he's garbage. Stats, low. Range defense, fatigue, not fantastic. I mean, 98. Health, not fantastic. Resolve, low. He's just bad. We're gonna get Ulfert killed. This is a noble castle, so I can't actually take any contracts here. However, there might be somebody valuable. Day Tailor, not useful. Bastard, Mason, Gambler, Farmhand. Farmhands are good. Farmhands have high fatigue and physical stats. Let's hire him. And he's huge, so he does extra damage, and he's athletic, so he builds up less fatigue for moving. However, his defenses are negative. He's got good fatigue, good melee skill, but no stars. 1 star in ranged skill. 1 star in melee defense, and 1 in resolve. I'm gonna say pretty bad. The lower defense hurts a lot. If it wasn't for that, I would make him into like a frontline tank fighter. He's got good health too. I don't know. We'll see what we can do with him. We will see. Let's go to the marketplace and buy some basic cheap gear. Ooh, we could buy puppies here. A 2-handed wooden flail. That's a new type of weapon, as is the 2-handed mallet. So these are kind of lower tier versions of weapons that were already in the game. Let's buy... Gambazon is 169. Let's buy a couple of leather tunics. Let's buy a couple of these hats. And we have 235, right? Let's buy a knife. And a buckler. 150 left. Let's buy another knife. Okay, so. Leather tunic for you. Leather tunic for you. You have a net. You can have a buckler. And a knife. And you, we can put this knife in your bag. And you can have Akaton caps. Actually, you get an Akaton cap. You can have a straw hat. And then I guess you can have an Akaton cap too. No, you can't. Sop Bucket gets the Akaton cap. You can have a hood. Sop Bucket deserves it and you don't, so there. Alright. No missions for us here because this is a fortress. So let's travel over to... That's a keep as well. Let's go to Finsterweiler. Also, we need more tools, unfortunately. Alright, Finsterweiler, here we come. Stone Watchtower. What do they have? They've got a hunters. Ooh, they have hunters. Hunters are a great ranged class, but we really don't have the cash to hire anybody right now. We desperately need a mission in order to not just straight up run out of money. High demand and low supply for building materials. I'm actually going to sell my javelins in order to hopefully have the cash to stay, like, functional. Bring property back, kill the brigands. 60, 240, 60, 250. I accept this contract. We're going to return your demonic statuette to you, sir. As much as that sounds like a terrible idea. Okay, so everybody's gone up. We've gained some renown because we managed our goal. We now have 12 fighters. They're garbage fighters. I mean, genuinely, like, bad at fighting. But, doing okay. So, this is a little bit more tutorial messages. Azaral's talking about gaining renown. Basically, you want to do jobs. Every job you do for a town or for a noble house makes them like you more, and it makes them, it gives you renown, and your renown guides what jobs you can get. Okay, so there's thieves. 7 thieves, some brigand thugs, and a brigand poacher. I have 2 archers to their 1, so what I want here is I actually want to wait for day before I attack them, because I want to have the benefit of my archery. I also don't really want to fight them in the woods. So we're just going to pace these guys for a little while. I know they're taking us further away from where we need to go in order to complete the mission, but... Okay, there. Yeah, go after them. Alright, brigands! Some brigand thugs and a brigand poacher. We outnumber them, and they're worse than us, so we should be able to take this. Let's use this tree as cover for our flank. We'll push up, like, right there. You can just shield wall for the moment. You, sir. Why don't you hide in a bush, because you don't have a shield. You have a buckler. Can we get you... Yeah, let's get you up on that hill down there. And... Oh! Oh, nice! We're getting some help. We attacked in conjunction with... I didn't even notice that for a second. We attacked when we were really, really close to a merchant caravan, or a... I'm sorry, noble house's caravan. So we're getting the help of their units, who are actually better than ours at the moment. They have better gear. This footman here has chainmail and a kite shield and a morning star and a helmet, a real helmet. This guy has a heavy crossbow. So yeah, they're just superior to us. But that does mean we need to rush in kind of quickly in order to avoid having our kills stolen. Axe in 20 turns, axe in 19 turns. Sop bucket once you go right there behind Nasagen. Dirk. Push up, put down a spear wall, just to make sure they can't rush in on you. And Baldemar, 47%. Take 2 shots. There you go, good shot right in the chest. Manfred can move up. We can move you up at spear wall as well. Ernie, come up and shield wall. Kind of just setting up our front line. Azaral. Yeah, that's fine. Got the footmen moving in. We want them behind us so they don't steal any of our precious experience. Because you get experience, obviously, by hurting people and or breaking things. 42%, 52%. Let's go for the 52. Good shot. Crossbows are nice. I've talked about crossbows versus bows before. Overall, I like bows better, but crossbows are nice. Not gonna... God, don't steal my kills. Rude. Wish I'd noticed that cart earlier and not attacked while they were here. Alright. There we go. That was pretty good. Wenzel, you've got a knife. I don't actually need you to knife, like, any... I don't need to steal any gear from these guys, so just, like... Run around to try to kill the archer? Nah. Oh gosh, I don't really know what I want you to do. Run over here and draw fire. Okay, that's fine. We've got our pikeman. He'll stand his ground. Let's move up and hit the... Oh, that's right. You have the dislocated shoulder. Shoot. Okay, well, I fucked that up. As happens sometimes. Let's put Azaral up on the high ground. He'll be able to beat the shit out of both these guys without too much trouble. You can move forward. I don't really like fighting up onto the high ground because it drops your chance to hit, but in this case I think we can manage it. Alright, the footmen are pushing in. That's fine. Mr. Arbalest is about to shoot. Picks are decent weapons, but not against people who aren't in armor because they work mostly against armor. Ouch, that was a good headshot. Okay, Can I get any good shots? Let's move up a little bit, fire at him. Oh, excellent. That worked out just fine. And let's go for the headshot kill. Nope. You can come up this way and stab him. I like how he's attacking me when he's also under attack by like a professional man-at-arms over there. Perun, just rush up. Shoot at the butcher, please. Okay, that's fine. You hit a brigand. Like, who cares, really? And now our pike can push up into the line. Alright. Jump up there and stab the guy. We don't care about saving his frickin' sackcloth. Stab him. And now that you are freed up, that brigand poacher is running, and that one is very in a bad way, and you are at full health, so just move in. Please don't shoot into melee. Okay, he's going after the archer, which is alright. He's fleeing, so he's not going to take any actions, so let's try to kill this guy. Manfred, why you gotta let me down like that? Oh, wow. Wenzel is bleeding. Bleeding right through his crappy garbage armor. Excellent. Good job, Sop Bucket. Hop up. Cut him down. Or not. Okay, there we go. Don't let these bastard footmen get any kills. They already stole a couple from us with the archers. Dang it. Alright, well, Azeral leveled up. In terms of loot, we got a short sword, a butcher's cleaver, and a wooden shield. Not very impressive, but hey, it's something. Alright, so we got the statuette. Let's go back and collect our pay. We don't have any tools, but we do have a level to conduct. So, Azeral, level you up. Max melee skill, max melee defense, and then I'm thinking fatigue, because your fatigue is a little bit low. For perks here, Azeral is going to be a frontline fighter of some kind. Hit points, fatigue, resolve. None of those are super impressive, but he started off with nice melee skill. And on average, even with no stars, your melee skill is still going to go up by 20. So, like, right now, he's got 8 more level ups. On average, he's going to get another 16 melee skill, which will put him comfortably in the mid-80s. That's okay. It's not super high for endgame, but it's okay. So he's worth keeping around. With no stars in melee skill, it might be worthwhile to take Gifted just to get another guaranteed max level up on that. Or Steel Brow. Steel Brow makes head hits no longer take critical damage. He's never going to be an archer, so he doesn't need Bullseye for sure. Colossus is a possibility. Colossus would push his hit points up to the 80s. Now let's go Gifted. So, we've now got another level up on him. We're going to go melee skill, melee defense, and we're going to take one level. Well, actually, he's got 2 stars. He doesn't really need the +4 on hit points. It's either max fatigue or resolve for him. And since he's going to be a heavy-duty frontliner, I'm thinking probably fatigue for now. All right, yeah, he's already up to melee skill 70, so he's going to be pretty radical Johnson once he gets to the end. Let's rush back there and see if we can buy some tools and supplies, because we are out. We are out and not making a whole lot of money. The early game is sometimes like this. Sometimes you just don't make a lot of cash. Butcher's Cleaver. Like I said, Cleavers have that bleed effect. Overall, I'm just going to keep it so that I can give it to the next guy who needs a weapon. Oh, tools and supplies are super expensive here. We also need food. Everything is super expensive here. Grolfesta won't give us any jobs, but we can buy food there. So let's hit Grolfesta. We're gonna have to go back down here. I mean, that's like the only place that has jobs in close proximity to each other, I think. It'll also help make us friendly with House Steinwald here. Yeah, I'm thinking let's hit Grolfesta. And if maybe we can run into some brigands along the way, we'll kill them. Or some ghouls or something. Something easy. Right now, though, we're sort of in we're in a little bit of dire straits when it comes to money. 244. We cost 113 a day. Ugh, can't even do that job because, like I said, this is a citadel. But food is cheap, so let's buy some ground grains and some. Yeah, we literally can't repair anything. We need 8 and some bread. All right, and head back down to Weidenbach, I guess. See you when we get there. Okay, we've seen some brigands. There's 6 of them. A few thugs, a few raiders. I'm in pretty good shape. Some people's armor is damaged. Like, Phonix's armor is almost gone, so I have to be careful of that. Azeral still has lots of armor. And they don't have any missiles. So I'm thinking... And they're chasing us, I think. Yeah, they're chasing us. So let's see if we can tease them into fighting us during the daytime. No, come back here. Come back here. Come back here. I don't want to fight them in the woods. I want to fight them in the open during the day. Okay, we're fighting them in the... fall back. I don't want to fight you in the woods. Come on, come on, come on out of the open plains. Come on. Stop trying to tease me into the woods. Hills will work. Yeah, they're running from us now. All right, we're gonna fight him in the hills here. Ooh, nice lindworm picture. We're in the woods? What? How are we in the woods? Okay, so they've got some good gear that we might be able to steal. Like this guy in particular, we want to kill this guy with flails or daggers and steal his armor. This guy, we would love to steal his weapon. This guy too, actually. He's got a higher level spear. They've all got... Some of them have got pretty good helmets. So let's see if we can make this profitable. Phonix, you are going to need to be away from the flail and back a little bit. So let's see. They have a two-handed weapon as well. We're going to have to want to kill that first. Let's actually fall back a little bit and see if we can suck them into the open. We've also got a net, which will be very, very valuable. Yep, they're coming forward because they know we have archers. Wenzel. Wenzel. Probably going to die in this battle, I would imagine, but you might get some good stabs in first. Now, these trees all block movement, but you can go through... Yeah, that blocks movement. That doesn't. So you can kind of wind your way through here. But let's pull back, because once again, we don't actually want to engage them there. We want to engage him out here. That guy. He's on high ground. Yeah, keep pulling back. %28 chance. 44% chance. Let's skip back to here and fire one shot. Okay, no dice. Manfred needs to pull back because he's still freaking broke up. Get the flails back in line. We can kind of curve the line forward there. Have Azeral down on the flank. Nasagen, yeah, fire at him, and then pull back onto the hill. Interesting note about ranged weapons. If you're directly behind a melee unit, you can fire at the melee unit they're engaged with, like one of these 2 hexes from Nasagen, and have no chance of hitting your own guys. So that's very, very good. Perun also can take the flank. And Phonix... Okay. Just wait. We're going to wait. We're going to let them move in on us. Okay, great. So he did exactly what he wanted. I wanted. He charged in... and he didn't get to attack because he moved too far. Now what I want is to get the flails on him because he's not wearing a hat. You, sir, I want you to spear wall. You, sir, I want you to wait. Once again, we're letting them come in against us. Can anyone actually reach you? No, Jimbo, just hold on. Okay, this guy I absolutely need to kill. Azeral. Let's wait again. Just waiting on the world to change. Okay, so this brigand thug has come in and kind of blocked us up. Phonix. We could push him back, but that wouldn't really help. Well, I need to get Baldemar free. So yeah, let's knock this guy back if we can. Okay, good. And then shield wall. Alright, Brigand Thug come... Brigand Thug come in. Shoot, wait. Reload and shoot him. Thank you. We shot him in the ear. Good job. Perun needs to kind of set up for an attack. He can only move once and still attack, so he needs to come out here and wait. You need to throw your net on someone. Why don't you throw your net on him? And then move up to flank. You, sir, have the stabby. I think I might just sacrifice the body on Wenzel here. Because if I can charge him in and hit that Brigand Raider, and do some damage past his armor, or I can hop in right here and use him to block for Perun. Let's do that. 25% chance, 40% chance. Just stab him. Okay. Mr. Pikeman. Excellent. We got a kill. Now you just hold where you are. You can move forward and then do nothing because you still have a dislocated shoulder. You suck. Why? Jimbo, move forward and stab that guy. Okay, now Azaral can go right here. Go for the headshot. Yes! Yes! Severe concussion. Excellent. I love it. Oh, I love it so much. And then Ernie can move down here. And he's got... What's his body armor? His body armor is also chainmail. I want his hat, actually. I just want his hat. Now, Baldemar can shoot him twice. Still be in danger, but it is 2 shots. And he did not succeed in getting out of that net. So, Perun, you've got good armor, but just stay there. That guy's running, which is good. Okay, Wenzel is still alive. This is actually going quite well. Wenzel is still alive, but with a crushed windpipe. Oh, he crushed your windpipe with a spear? He must have hit him with the flanges. Try to stab that guy through his armor. Ooh. Wenzel, you madman! Wenzel, you monster! Look at you go! Wenzel, I take back half the bad things I've said about you. Kill him, if we can. Alright, keep stabbing this guy. Just stab the hell out of him. Stab him to death. Stab him real good. This guy needs a slash, or not. Okay. 16%. Don't shoot Nasogen, it's a trap. Alright. I want you just go for him. Just go for it. Just hit him. Just hit him real good. Dirk. Yeah, come in here. Stab that guy. Nah, he's running. Ooh, I want his armor, though. Perun, don't hit him. Don't hit him. Block his retreat. Valdemar can step back. And do nothing for now, but he's out of range. Please give me the head. Please. Please give me the head. Come on. Yes! Oh, no. Okay, he got stabbed to death. This guy just broke out of the net. We're doing what we can against him here. That guy... Just stab him real quick. Excellent, he's running. Oh, we've got this in the bag, boys. In the bag! In the bag! Do you have a knife, Jimbo? No? Okay, they're both running. So the question is just, which one do we want? Because now we get to surround them and knife them. The least honorable part of the battle. You've already moved. I don't think we're going to get to totally surround this guy, but what we can do is pull up. You're going to get to move in 6 turns. You're moving in 7. Okay, so Azaral can finish surrounding him. You pull up over there on that guy. Do you have a knife? Yes, take out your knife. Stab to death. I literally don't remember who I gave a knife to or not, but yes, we're gonna... we're just going to surround these people and slowly, angrily stab them to death with our pen knives. This guy's gonna give us some really good gear. You actually can't even stab, so just chill out for a minute. Nasogen, do you have a stabber? No. But what you can do is close off that guy's retreat. You can close off his retreat. You have a knife, but you don't have enough AP to use it. Run them down. Do not let them get away. We're not going to get his armor, but we might get his helmet. Don't move. Manfred, do you have a knife? No. Okay, well, you also can't walk because your shoulder is dislocated. And we're just letting that be for some reason. Like, we don't really care about his shoulder being dislocated. We're just like, suck it up, you baby. What a whiner. Back in my day, if we hadn't dislocated both shoulders before breakfast, we called it a good day. Wenzel, you know what? I forgive you for that miss. You're doing so well. It's sort of hilarious. I am stunned. Alright. Let's go in for the stabs. Excellent. Really didn't need to stab him at that point. He was already, like stabbed, basically. But we definitely need to stab him. There we go. Yeah! No levels. I'm actually surprised. We distributed the experience so evenly. But look at this. We got another mail shirt, and a padded leather, and a decent helmet. Not a fantastic helmet. And another two-handed weapon. Not a great two-handed weapon, but still a two-handed weapon. Plus some tools and supplies. Yes! Excellent. That was fantastic. That was an amazing fight. I love it so, so much. Okay, so. Who else is good? Phoenix is good. However, Ernie is better. Yeah, Ernie is better, albeit with lower defense. Phoenix has really good defense. So, tell you what. Let's give Ernie the patched mail shirt. Who does not have hats? We've got 3 guys who are hatless. Wenzel, you know what? For your valor in that battle, you deserve something. We're gonna give you... We're upgrading you to actual armor and a hat. You deserve it, champ. You done good. You have done good. We're gonna give you a short sword too. It's slightly better than a knife for frontline fighting. And we're also going to give you an actual shield. Wenzel, congratulations. You're part of this team now. Ulfert, less so. Less so. But still, like, Ulfert, you did okay. Manfred, we'll work on it. We'll work on it, Manfred. Ulfert, does Ulfert have a hat at all? Yeah, Ulfert has a straw hat, but it's destroyed at the moment. So is Manfred, for that matter. And we did level up Baldemar the Berserker. Great, so ranged skill. We need a little bit of resolve on him. And we also need some hit points, but that's a low roll. Let's take the fatigue instead. And for perks, we're definitely going to take Bullseye. So that will make him much, much better at shooting through melees and such. And as soon as Nasogen levels up, I really hope Nasogen levels up, because that needs to be higher. That 44, not great. Not great at all. Do we have anybody else who has a higher ranged skill than Nasogen? Azarel does, by 1 point. Come on, Nasogen. Step it up. Step it up, man. Alright, so. That, I think, is where we're going to leave it for today. We've got this hooked blade, so we can have another second liner. I may actually move Manfred to that role. Yeah, let's put Manfred back here. Give him the hooked blade. That will be fine. And then, for armor, we've got this padded leather, which is pretty good armor. Perun can have that. Which leaves us with... Oh, no, he already had the patched mail shirt. Never mind. What am I doing? What am I saying? Phonix can have that. And then Dirk, Perun, Jimbo. Ah, yes, Jimbo. How can I forget Jimbo? Jimbo's doing well. Jimbo's also here. Jimbo can upgrade a little bit to that. Ulfert can have a buckler to go with his spear. And... got decent armor all the way around at this point. 55, 50. Alright. Ulfert, you can have some armor. And who else doesn't have armor? Okay, Manfred, fine. You can have some armor. Jesus. Stop your whining. Okay, this is a pretty good group. I like this group. It's going to take a lot of tools and supplies to repair all that stuff. Yeah, we need 19, and we currently have 8. But, still, did a good job. Done good. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode, where we will continue the adventures of our little band of misfits. And hopefully we'll start making some money. Thank you very much. See you then.